Oh, all right, we are back. We are back. We are back for another live. Ooh, let me turn this off. There we go. Okay. All right. So we are back. We are going to master our minds so that we can focus on learning something new. If you're watching live, comment live. If you're watching the replay, comment replay. Y'all, I got so focused in my work that I forgot to put on earrings. This is not like me that I have on no earrings, but I did find the time to get a cup of coffee. See what my priorities are. Mm-hmm. And y'all ain't gonna do to make me go to sleep. You probably like, oh my God, you're gonna be up. No, I'm not. Look, as soon as this thing is over, I'm probably gonna go to bed. All right, y'all. Let's talk about it. Let's jump right in. Coach Jay. I just want to make sure y'all can see me. Okay. All right. So I can't, let me see. I can't see Facebook people. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Okay. There we go. All right, y'all. If you're watching live, comment live. If you're watching the replay, comment replay. Hey, Veronica. Who's watching? Who's watching? I see numbers popping up. Let's see. I got YouTube up and I have Facebook up. Okay. So real quick, I just wanted to help some of you that are still having issues with mastering your mind. Okay. I think that we have to start really thinking about what we're taking in, what we are allowing, right? What are we believing in? What do we have faith in? And we have to just start having a conversation with ourselves about those pieces because I do believe that a lot of us are not understanding that you get to choose how you want to do this. You need to start telling yourself that you know how to learn, especially adults, especially if you're like older millennial, Gen X, you can learn this stuff. I know that it seems like every other day, it's a new something that pops up. It's a new video that pops up. It's a new software that pops up. It's some news that pops up. In fact, I just wrote a Substack article that said, I said, if my inner world is my outer world, then what was we doing for the last 5 years, right? Like we did not expect all this stuff to be happening right now. So where did all this come from? But that's a part of you have to get to a place where you start to understand power. Hey, Randy. No, I got off. I had made an announcement in my stories. And I told people I was leaving. And I said in the morning, I'm be gone. Y'all can follow me on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube. So yes. Also, too, I know that things are happening at the speed of light when it regards to the AIs of the world and all of this. But I'm here to tell you, you can do this, okay? You can do this. I'm going to insert this here and then I'm going into the lesson. I asked people about it's a secret side offer. It is dealing with AI. Randy, like when I say I'm leaving, I'm gone. Especially if it's abrupt like that, I have to go. And I ain't coming back to TikTok. TikTok can have it. Too much drama. I ain't got time for them. Too old. I'm not saying I'm too old for that, but look, it's something about your 40s. You'd be like, child, I don't even care. It ain't it. Maybe if I was in my 20s, I'd be like, oh my God, I'm hold on. I'm like, child, I'm getting too old for this. I'm not gonna go back and forth with no social media, not with no social media. Anyway, so I have this secret offer, and it's 10 people I want in this offer. It is almost 4 figures. It's 997 for now. But, I'm just telling you, what are we talking about? We're talking about marketing. We're talking about having the control to be able to create AI influencers. And I'm going to tell you like this. When y'all see these things online, it's common, right? But there is a way that you can do this, and also for your children to be a part of it, and for you to maximize and multiply your potential here. This is where we have to lean in. I only want 10 people doing this. This is not about the contrarian. This is not about any of the offers that I have. This is 10 people that have the bandwidth to learn this stuff. It's a 5-day course. I already got the link ready. I already got the dates. It's July 7th through the 11th. You get the replays of each day. This is aside from everything. This is 100. I showed my daughter, and she was like, "Mommy, oh my God. Like, oh my God." She just stared at it. It's actually 2 different systems that I'm going to be teaching from. And it is going to blow your freaking mind, from voice to it's so real. It just blows your mind. The AI influencers are up. Okay. Content creators, in about a year, you're going to have to figure out how you're going to make more money. About a year or 2. I'm being serious. This is happening. So all of y'all are talking about, and this is why I'm saying, like, I was so excited about it. I was like, this has to work. This has to happen. And I saw people that, oh, well, I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, baby, let me find something. Let me get on this. But anyway, it's 2 systems that I'm going to be teaching from. And I really want you, and the person has to be okay financially, because it is a pretty penny to invest in this. And I'm just telling you, you can, social media is going to be a haven where you're going to have creators, but there's also art that is going to have to be monetized. Your imagination is going to be necessary in this next season. This is happening at the speed of light. We're almost to artificial, and I want to make sure I'm clear too. I'm trying to make sure I'm very clear. I am not here to fearmonger. Okay. I'm not here to put fearmonger, but there is a such thing as reality. And I know that our realities can be very different, but let's not act like that most of the stuff that I have been saying has either happened or happening. Things are coming up the pipeline. And all I'm saying is your children can be involved in this. Your family, you remember I told y'all, some of y'all probably remember, some of y'all probably don't, that I told y'all that your family is going to partake in this next movement. Like, you're going to be able to have a whole agency where your whole family can be involved. This is the time. Like, this is it. So I have the link, but it's only for people that's like, I'm ready to go, because the description is in the thing. So it's really about creating AI influencers, because these companies are going to want them. But they have to be ultra realistic. And if you've seen these AI influencers online and you're like, oh my God, it's so scary. And people are like, this is so scary. I just can't believe this is reality. I'm going to teach you how to use these things to get rich. I'm going to teach you what companies are actually doing this and actually using these AI influencers. Yeah, you can ChatGPT it if you want to, but I'm one of those type of people, just quantum leap me, because it may be something I'm missing. And we already know that when we use ChatGPT, a lot of us got 50 million things or $50 million worth of business ideas, and we didn't ask ChatGPT to churn out for us, and we ain't doing none of them. But if you decide to step into something where someone is guiding you, all I'm saying is take advantage of it. You can even have your children to watch it and say, okay, mommy, I already know what to do, or daddy, I know what to do. If you can't catch it, let your children catch it. Because I told you it's about the children. So if this is something that interests you and you're serious about it, send me a DM with the keyword influencer. It's $9.97 for now. It is going to go up July 7th through the 11th. We're going to do it in the evening. It's going to be 8:30. And you know, that's past my bedtime. That's why it's going to be late. And you just got to go and stay up. It's good. All the replays going to you, but I'm teaching you from the rooter to the tutor. This is aside from the contrarian. So this is not count towards the workshops, because this is very exclusive. I want serious people that really see this as an opportunity to jump ahead. It's because there's already people doing it, and a lot of people are gatekeeping, and I understand why they gatekeep it, because this is a big opportunity. It's capitalization. And I'm kind of over people that look like me being so nervous about stuff. And I'm like, why are y'all nervous? Like, we the last ones to know stuff anyway, so which is crazy to me, but don't get me started, because it's a whole nother lie. Katina says, not scary to me. I don't want to be left behind. I know that's right. So if this is something that you're really serious about and say, Jay, I'm ready, do not come to me and talk about, can you wait till Friday? I'm 10 and that's it. And I'm not resting until 10 spots are filled. And so if you get to Friday and you get paid, you should have just jumped on it. Sorry. I'm not kidding. Okay. Now for the lesson. Send me an email or send me a DM on Facebook, because I don't care. I'm ready. We gotta get on with it. And I know I said, God, this is too, like, I'm in awe. I'm in awe, and I'm not even kidding. Like, I'm being so for real right now. I know it looks like I'm playing. I'm really not. Okay, y'all. Time to learn. All right. Y'all got your notebooks open? Let's get to it. Let's get to it. All right. So mastering the mind, because this is going to help you understand concepts and learning how to master yourself. The science and the psychology of learning something new as an adult. Okay. I get it. It's a lot, but you can do this. Okay. So to be honest, the first thing is that your brain tends to only learn when it feels safe to do so. Okay, that it shuts down your brain's threat detector, and I promise you, I'm going to butcher this word. Amygdala. Anyway, your brain's threat detector shuts down your prefrontal cortex, which is your thinking center, under stress. So if you're anxious, if you're trying to, like, comparing yourself, if you're feeling behind, like some of y'all just said, I don't want to feel behind, your brain will not retain new information because it is so trying to keep you safe. That's why your nervous system regulation is non-negotiable for fast learners. So if you are feeling emotionally chaotic, you can, like, your mastery level will be delayed in so many ways. If you are anxious and comparing yourself or feeling behind, you won't get that information. It won't stick with you, right? The neural pathways won't be created. So you have to start thinking about, like, why don't I feel safe? Think about now. Think about right now. Hey, Sasha. Think about now, right? You got to think about like, how am I told y'all this morning about the power of now. You got to start being super mindful of the now. You know, you're not like, you're not losing at the moment. You just don't want to start losing. We got to move on. So your brain only learns when it feels safe. So the second thing is, when it comes down to learning something new and mastering that mind, because as an adult, it's like things start getting foggier and foggier as you get older, you know. So you forget 75% of what you learn within 48 hours. And these are some of the things I had to go through with Maddie when she was used to study for tests and all that kind of stuff. And I told her that as soon as you learn things, you need to read over it. And I remember when I was in undergrad, and the man, oh my gosh, he was in the World Guinness Book of Records, and you probably look him up. He was an Indian man. He had a long name, y'all. And I'm looking at him in my mind. His face is still popped up in my head. But so I graduated in 2005. So if you look back in the World Guinness World Book of Records, probably around 2020, I mean 20, no, not 20, 2002, 2001, somewhere around there. The one that won the best memory of high, 3.14. I think that's what he won for. Anyway, he was my professor, and I studied under him one summer. And he was our professor of cognitive psychology. And one of the things that he talked about was the retention of information. And he said that, and when I took this class, like I was like, where were you my freshman year? Because that's when I really need you. But he said that the faster you can get to the information that you just learned and review it and read it as if it's like a book, like don't binge off of, some people will, what is it called? What we used to do, the binging, like just really like wrecking your brain trying to study the night before. And I'm like, don't do that, because it really can mess up. Like you'll forget everything. Your brain has to have time to process things, right? And you have to have time to process. So if you don't have the processing time, it's not going to stick. Especially as you get older, you have to read things and you have to practice and you have to practice and practice. So, for example, when ChatGPT came out, let me see if I can look at some of the comments. Cram it. Thank you, Nakima. Y'all, I've been talking all day, and y'all, my words be escaping me sometimes. When ChatGPT first came out, I was on it. Because I said, I ain't leaving behind no more. I'm not going to be the last one learning everything. I'm not going to be the last one to learn this. I'm jumping right on it. And I remember this girl told me when I introduced people to ChatGPT on a workshop, this was back in 2022-ish. No, 2023. I think it was like 2023. Somebody, why are you telling everybody? I was like, what? Oh. So people were mad that I was sharing things about ChatGPT, but what I'm also trying to tell you is that the reality is that a lot of people are just now getting hip to it, right? And the faster that you can adopt it and learn it, the quicker you can like implement it into other things. That's why I told people, like, use ChatGPT to make money. Don't get it to the space of ChatGPT being your best friend. Like, either I get it that some of y'all using it to, work through your feelings and emotions, but these things are bringing in information, and they probably gonna use it against you. So be careful. Be careful, okay? Just please be careful. And so I just want you to be mindful of that, right? So just like y'all talk about business ideas, I hear it all the time. I asked ChatGPT for like an offer and he gave it to me, but are you selling it? Are you selling the offer? Are you comfortable with the offer? Are you in have you been doing market research? Does it make sense? I be asking y'all that, and some people are like, oh, I haven't sold it. Okay, because you know why? Because you're not convinced that that offer is going to sell. So there is a such thing as Chat GPT overload, where some of y'all are allowing Chat to give you it, like every idea that she's give, because she's gonna give you that. She's gonna give you a workbook. She's gonna try to give you a PDF. She's gonna try to give you another course. She's gonna try to give you an email sequence, 17 of them. And she's gonna ask you, do you want a reel? Do you want a script? Do you want all these things? And you just have to tell her, Chat, thank you, I got it. Because she will overload you, okay? Now, I don't know about y'all Chat. My Chat is like that. So you just have to tell, like, don't allow ChatGPT to give you all this extra stuff and you haven't mastered the very thing that you've been mastering. Now, another thing is too, if you know that sales skills are what you need to focus on, then you need to focus on that. I shared an article today on Kim Kardashian, and I talked about how she is taking scams on a global level, right? And I was just telling people, look at what celebrities are doing. They're preparing for the globalization. What I tell you, and this is not, again, this is not fear mongering, but I need y'all to hear me, because United States, if not already, is going to start getting tighter and tighter when it comes down to spending. Because people, I told y'all a long time ago, I would rather you invest in skills than to invest in stuff that is not going to bring you lifetime value. Memories, absolutely. If you want to go to see Beyonce, please go see Beyonce. That's a lifetime value of memories, right? If you can get it. But I recommend you making sure that you also prioritize skill mastery. Please. Please learn how to do that. Are skills mastery boring? Probably so. But I would rather you do that than 3 years from now looking like, man, I really should have done, but you didn't. So all I'm saying is think about that. Think about that, because I'm very thorough in my education. So I want you to start thinking about, like, even if you don't invest in anything I'm doing, invest in something. Like, go invest in somebody that is going to teach you stuff. Okay, so application is going to beat education. So you need to, when you learn things, start implementing them ASAP. If you learn of a system and it's really, really good and feel like it's worth your time, you need to go ahead and start investing time into implementing it. Okay. If you're just coming in at the beginning of this live, I talked about a very secret offer that I have that's very separate from everything that I offer. And it has everything to do with AI influencers and using it to capitalize and monetize. So when it comes down to social media, you will not be left behind. This is already happening. There's going to be a lot of bots that's going to show up on these social media sites. It's already been happening. Don't get me wrong, it's already been happening, but this is the way of the future. The human is being outpriced. I already told y'all that. So everybody's sitting here yawning and looking and trying to figure things out. I only want 10 people in this particular secret offer. This is an exclusive premium offer. Yes, it is $9.97 for 5 days with me, 8:30 to 8 o'clock to 9:30, Monday through Friday, July 7th through the 11th. We're going to learn how to put AI influencers and positioning them for monetization. Your children can do it. Your nieces and nephews can do it. Your little cousins can do it. This is a generational thing. This is a family thing. Okay? I'm just telling you. Love you too. She said, I'm currently building my revenue to hire you. Y'all need to come on. Because when I told y'all when 404 not found, it's popping up on that screen. I'm gone. Baby, I'm getting ready to retire. Okay. So it's $9.97, 10 spots. Serious people. Anyway, okay. Back on the conversation. So that's why application beats education. Okay. So what I want you to start thinking about is that you got to create the space to learn this stuff. And I know it's a lot, but you have to be able to create space to learn this stuff either on the weekend or whatever. Learn how to do it. Your brain learns best in short, repeated bursts, not long, super long grinds. Okay. I remember this lady, I forgot her name, but it was a while back, but she's known as being the queen of AI. And one of the things that she said is that when ChatGPT first came out, just like I told y'all, I was on it. And I'll never forget that. Like, I was like, what the heck is this? And I remember I just typed it in. I was like, what? So she said that when she first found out about ChatGPT, she said she immediately emailed her entire team and said, block off my calendar. I'm blocked off for the next 2 weeks because I need to learn this. She was like, I'm so serious. She looked just like me, Black woman. And she said, I wasn't kidding. She said, I needed to learn and I needed 2 weeks because I'm older. And I think she said she was in her late 40s. But this is a reality. People took this seriously and jumped on it. And now you see people are doing conferences and all kinds of things just off this knowledge. And I'm saying this because, and it's kind of sad understanding that how fast we've seen this thing grow in a couple of years. Reading about AI is not learning about AI. Hearing about AI is not learning AI. Okay. I just want to let you know it's not the same. So your best learning blocks is going to be between 15 to 25 minutes and having like a 5 to 7 minute break, which is the Pomodoro technique. Is one of my favorites. I love Pomodoro technique. But you need to like put the timer on, especially when especially when you are trying to learn something new and you've never really encountered it before. You need to learn it and put the phone on D&D. Binge learning, cramming for 3 hours, that is going to mess you up. That's why a lot of y'all don't like to learn. And then I told y'all, value stacking is the way to go. Stack content learning with habits. So if you're going to listen to a podcast talking about the trends in AI, go on a walk, like movement and energy, all of that, that is very important. You need to like stack that along with the productivity. Do you supposed to rest? Yes. But in times like these, you need to get serious about your learning capacity. You have to be able to expand your brain. I know. I get it. Please be careful of multitasking. You got to get some of them tabs off your computer. If you have more than 5, and this is my rule, I try not to have more than 5 tabs open. That's really too many, but please, please, please do your best. Don't have all the tabs open. Don't do your stuff like that. Okay? Don't do yourself like that. Take some of them tabs down. You got all these tabs. Multitasking slows by up to 40%. So each time you switch tabs, your mind is doing the same thing. Your brain has to reset to prepare to process the new information. You see how jacked up you mess your mind up when you do that. Okay. You're switching from one thing to the next. No, Facebook, y'all with me? YouTube, y'all with me? Mm-hmm. And see, we have to stay the path. Put it on your to-do list that you're going to learn this today. Personal development is also, I would say, once or twice a week. Put personal development, like an hour personal development, have a schedule, because every minute is $1. Even resting becomes more intentional. Learn one AI tool at a time. Make sure y'all like this video as well. Feel free to also tag someone in this video or send this to someone that you think would need this. This is very, very important. We need everybody on board. Okay. Learn one AI tool at a time. Write one piece of content at a time. Finish the content. Yes, you got AI, but make sure you humanize the content before you post it. And I know you got people that say things like, well, do I care that AI or ChatGPT wrote it? I'm going to tell you why that you need to care. Because it's going to get to a place where Facebook is not, or these apps are not going to push the content out if the AI, if it's all AI with the like M dashes. I've been writing with M dashes since before. And I get it that people can see that and know this ChatGPT, but if you look at even my writings before ChatGPT got popular, I was writing with M dashes. So you probably think that I had ChatGPT back in 2019. But I'm telling you, focus on one piece of content at a time. Finish the content and post it or schedule it. I would rather you sit down and schedule your content instead of just actively posting all the time because you don't have any time to engage with your audience. Master the strategy and then layer the strategy. Oh, this is good. You actually move much faster by doing less, deeply and repeatedly. If you can concentrate on doing one strategy at a time, you'll move faster. So if it's DMs, content to DMs, do it. That's a strategy. That's a strategy. Put your emotions in what you are learning. Be genuinely curious about what you're learning. Be genuinely curious about what you're learning. And I'm saying that because when you're emotionally ingrained into the lesson or the trainings and stuff, you actually retain better. The better you remember this stuff. It has everything to do with your brain. Tie your learning to your why. You remember we talked about this morning. Your why is very important. Why am I learning this? Oof. And this is also something that came up. When you ask yourself why and you tie your learning to why, you make your training or your retention or your retaining, that's what I meant to say, your retaining of the information much more personal. And you ask yourself, why am I doing this? Because this will save me 10 hours and help me to travel more. This will enable me to pay off my bills or pay off my car and be able to teach my children something so that we can all build generational wealth. Like, you see what I'm saying? You attach your emotional meaning to skill growth. You got to get in alignment to how your brain learns. This is all a part of that. That's good. I don't even care what you say. That's good. That's real good. A lot of us just be looking at YouTube and hoping that we get a little bit of something so we can move forward. This is real life. I told y'all a lot of this stuff that y'all missing out on, it could really free your bloodline. And I'm just telling you. And when it starts happening, you're not even going to hardly remember because these are the times where you need to hurry up and get it in. I'm scared. Like this year, I told y'all last year, you got to be okay with like dipping a little bit just so you can learn. Because you got to dip a little bit so you can push up. Because this is really the time in the season. You need to stack these skills. And you got to master these skills, document what you're doing so that you can teach your children, you can teach other people. Because they're counting on us not to learn this. Everybody catching on? You picking up what I'm putting down? That's why I'm looking crazy now. No earrings on because I've been learning. I've been reading. I've been implementing. This ain't stress. This is focus. That's why I say I ain't gonna be pretty all the time I get on these lives. I'm focused. I say I told y'all it's okay to look off for a season. Because baby, look, I'm in the bed. I'm like, child, look at this. I'm like creating stuff. I mean, just all kinds of things in my database. I got stuff just sitting and waiting to go live. I'm like, this is insane. And also sending companies, and I already sent out proposals. So I got companies, one company in California that's overlooking the proposal, got a company in Japan. We having a conversation this week. Not Japan, China out of all places. Can you believe it? And that's what I said. I got to make sure this thing legit. This is this train is rolling. Okay, this train is rolling. That's why I tell people this was the year. Jay, you dating? With AI? Absolutely not. With AI out here? Are you kidding me? Do you know how much this will slow me down? I don't think so. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Girl, coach, your man, baby, he better wait a minute. Because this is AI season. Maybe got one more year. I had set her up. Everything is on hold until a homegirl get across this stage. I told y'all I'm not playing. This is speedboat town. Do you hear me? Speedboat. I'll teach it. And I'm like, this is too good. I gotta teach this. Oh my God, this is too good. I gotta teach this. So when I tell y'all that it's time, and that's why I said I just gotta some of y'all just gotta get on out the way because I'm hoping and praying that some of y'all will get this, but if I can't help you, you gotta want to be helped. So you gotta master your mind. That's your responsibility, right? You gotta put the work in on that. So the old way was learning, thinking, wait, then apply. Then, 3-4 months then went by. We on something else. But this way is learning quick, applying even faster, refine, and monetize. The reason why some of y'all and some people have been struggling for 5 years is not that you're not putting the work in as far as like you lazy. That's not what I'm saying. But it's some of y'all have trained your brain to be so consumption based, and you're still in it overwhelmed. You got to come out of that. You got to come out of that because nobody's waiting. So again, if you want to learn more about this secret offer and get in this offer, it's a training class of 10. Okay. To learn how to build AI influencers that are realistic with voice and all of that. 10 spots I'm filling up. It's $9.97. I will send you the details, but don't send me no details. How much you get paid on Friday because I'm not waiting. Because your spot is just open. And I'm not stopping until 10 is in. 7 through the 11th. And you get to keep these replays. Okay. So we going on. And if y'all don't want it, I'll just go to somebody else. In fact, I'll probably just do that because some telling me I probably need to just go ahead and look at some agencies and stuff because it's probably what I need to do because this is just too good tonight to hold on to. So if this is something you're interested in, DM me or send me an email and say, Coach, you said this. I want to be a part of it. This has nothing to do with the contrarian. This has nothing to do with it. This is an offer that man or woman can step into. And don't ask me about, well, can you wait? Can I do half? Is there a payment plan? No, it's $9.97 all. Ask the Lord to help you. Some of y'all that say y'all got faith, manifest it. That's why all the spiritual girlies, it's time to use your faith. I told y'all it's going to come to a time where you're going to have to learn how to use all these spiritual tools that you said that you had. And learn how to manifest. You know how to manifest your significant other and your ex and all this kind of stuff. Now you need some money. You need some skills. Told y'all, stop wasting your manifesting energy on these people. They don't mean you're no good. Some folks need to stay at X. Anyway. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. I will talk to y'all later.